What is happening on Manasota Key? What's the market doing? Supply and demand? What is actively listed, pending and sold in today's video? So please stay tuned for the June-July Manasota Key market update. I remember about a year and a half ago when it only took me 4 days to sell my Manasota beachfront house. Times are different. It's more of an equilibrium, actually more of a buyer's market here on Manasota Key, has been sort of all year. So I want to break down really what's happening and the trajectory, the supply and demand, like what is listed, what is pending, and what is sold in today's video. Is it a buyer's market, seller's market? Is it an equal market? Well, as of the filming of this video, mid-June 2024, I'm actually sitting in my listing on Manasota Key as I give you this market update. We are at a 9.07 month level of inventory here on Manasota Key. It is a wildly different market than a year and a half, 2 years ago when properties were just moving. Like I said, one of the last beachfront homes I sold only took 4 days on the market. And really, that is not a realistic timeline really to consider. Back in the day when we listed a property over $1 million, we took a year-long listing agreement. So properties that are 5, 6, 8, 10 million, we are taking at least a year in some cases to move those properties. And that is actually very, very normal, very realistic. As you go over that $1 million marker and the price band goes from 2 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 8, 8 to 10, and up on into that ether, you know, the level of buyers diminishes greatly. So right now, again, we're at a 9.07 month level of inventory, and that has gone up from May to June. That has bumped up 9.28%. So we are seeing more properties on the market. If you live or own down here or vacation here, you will start to see those more and more for sale signs, right? So when you look at the current active inventory, there are 37 homes for sale from the Gulf side to the Bayside on Manasota Key. So I'm only looking at the single family homes, not the condos, okay? 37 properties ranging from a teeny tiny bungalow for $667,500. The median, let's see, where's the median? Median's gonna be around 2.395, of course that's on the Bayside, and on up to the highest price is 13.9 million, definitely on the beach side. That's gonna be a brand new property being built or to be built. Next down the line is one of my colleagues who I know very well, shout out to Joel. He's got one on the Bayside, a massive estate for 11.9 million, and that is 12,789 square feet. Next below that is my listing at 6820 Manasota Key Road. Very iconic, probably one of the most, if not the most iconic beachfront home here on Manasota Key for 7.9 million. So the majority of these homes have pools. The majority are at least 3 bedroom, 2 bath. You know, and they're sitting on the market. So, you know, as more inventory comes and the ones that haven't sold sit, you kind of start to accumulate listings. Now, in a positive note, I always like to do a positive spin here. I know that there are 3 pending listings. So one of them is actually in my office. Shout out to the Saponsics and their pending listing. It is a beachside home in the 8,000 block. So that is wonderful. I think they're still, as of filming anyway, still within their inspection period, right? So, you know, cross your fingers and toes that goes through and they have a great closing. So that is pending, listed for 4.5. So of course we don't know the contract price. That's completely confidential till closing, but hopefully they got very close to that because I know they reduced it very dramatically recently to get that pending sale. We also have one on the north side of Manasota, 743 North Manasota. That I think has come and gone off the market quite a bit. 4.35 for that. So that is pending. Congrats to those folks. And last but not least, a small one for $699. So we've got those three that are pending. Just a lot for people to choose from right now. And you know, I think part of it is because of course we have higher interest rates, this election that I'm really ready to get over. You know, another factor that I know people don't necessarily want to address or talk about is the storms. Some people are just really tired of the storms, and so last year was really, we got hit kind of hard in some areas, the lower lying homes especially. And I know that those have come into the market. Some of them have had, you know, some water damage fixed up and now they're for sale. So neither of the two properties I have listed have any water damage, by the way. So 6820 Manasota Key, really high sitting at 23 feet at the baseline elevation. The house I'm in here now, 7160, sits at 11.4 baseline elevation. A little bit different because there's no beach right now, but they do have sand right in the front. I'll show you so it really feels like you're still right on the beach with that sand. Notice that big seawall there, massive improvement, and the Gulf is really roaring today. So, you know, there's not technically a beach right now, but you know, there may be some beach renourishment here, I'm not sure, with talks about that. So this is just an example of the two properties here, but neither home has had any water intrusion. That's a big thing for why maybe some of these properties are selling. And then the other thing too is that people like the shiny penny, the properties that are move-in ready. I will say both of my listings are absolutely move-in ready. They're gorgeous inside. So two completely different price points at 7.9 and this one being 4.499. So we've got a variety of listings here, a variety of price points, whether you're looking for the Gulf side, Gulf to Bay, which both of these are Gulf to Bay, or Bayside, right? Just depends on what your needs are. I would say it is a great time to buy as a buyer because you have more options, right? So hopefully you can see that with the glare. Move back into the sunlight here so you can see this great house. By the way, I did the staging to get it ready for photos. Let's see, we've got 17 recent sales on Manasota Key as well, ranging, I think I threw some of these lower end ones, so let's disregard those. So let's just say 15 recent sales ranging from 1.15. Those are ones that are gonna be bayside, no view kind of a property, and on up to 4.85. The highest sold was 6090 Manasota Key in the last 90 days, 4.85. And the highest sale in the last 180 days is the property at 6090 Manasota Key Road that closed at 4.85. Now, I will say the record sale out on Manasota Key was $7.5 million, and that sold last January, I believe. And as you heard, we have properties that are sitting much higher than that, right? I've seen a couple in that 7.9 range come and go off the market. There was one on the Bayside there that has kind of come on and off the market. And then again, we've got my listing at 7.9, we've got the 11 million and the 13 million. So really kind of pushing the market up here on Manasota Key. I really do feel like Manasota is like a hidden gem here down in Englewood, spanning from Sarasota to Charlotte counties, right? And it's definitely one to consider because this house or the other house would easily be double on Longboat Key. And we've had some record sales up there. Check out my recent video that I posted, the two record sales one was on Longboat, one was downtown Sarasota. The Longboat Key Ohana house sold for $19.75 and downtown Sarasota condo at the Epic 11.35. Record-breaking sales for both zip codes. We're trying to do the same here in Manasota Key for our sellers. And listen, if you have a property on Manasota Key, I would love to be a resource for you. My biggest goal for my sellers is always to get the most money for you, put the most money back into your pocket because you know you've spent a lot of money on your investment and I want to make sure that you recoup that in your sale. given market conditions, right? We don't control the market or time the market, but we could try. So anyway, thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to be your local realtor from Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties. So please reach out to me anytime, 941-544-7690, or email shaylatwit@gmail.com.